Hello, everyone. Welcome to Joe Consume Cinema. I'm your host, Victory is Fleeting, and today we have Rome, Season 1, Episode 2. So, just a quick recap of the first episode. Um, it really established the main conflict in the beginning of the series, which is going to be Caesar versus Pompey. The best of friends, but a combination of political rivalry and jealousy is going to lead to conflict. We're going to get into that probably very soon. Um, it also established things like this is very much a very cruel political world filled with superstitions and, disparate religions. And it really feels, like Rome because there's a lot going on. Even very early on, there's a lot going on. We got introduced to a bunch of new characters. So Caesar, Pompey, obviously, Brutus, uh, Cicero. There's all the the main characters from the book that basically everybody read when they were in high school. But also Titus, and I think his name was Varenus or Venus. But yeah, those two are kind of like I'm guessing are POV characters, just because they're not politically in sync, but they seem to have stumbled into that world by freeing Octavian. So yeah, we will. I'm guessing we're going to get more of them because even though they're not really big players in what's about to happen. It seems, at least not yet. They appeared throughout the episode a lot. So I'm just guessing they're going to be our POV characters, which would make sense. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Just as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. Trying to get more traction for the channel. Just every time I gain a new subscriber or get a like on a video, it's like a small victory for me. So any help you give me there is always much appreciated. And with that, let's get right to it.
None of the good men have run, nor will they.
Nor will they follow you to Rome. Mark Antony for People's Tribune? But he's... I had understood the tribunate to be a sacred office with the power of veto over the Senate.
So it is.
An office of great dignity and seriousness.
Perhaps you're right.
I'm gonna drink all the wine, smoke all the smoke, and fuck every whore in the city.
Show some dignity. You are under the standard.
I'll talk to him.
I love him, man.
No matter.
Octavius, my rightful wife,
You defy Caesar
a fig for Caesar.
by the five furies. If I were not a genteel woman, I would have you flayed and hung from a bracket at the door.
Back safe at home now. These are the men that took me from captivity. First spear centurion Lucius Varenus. And legionary Titus Pullo.
So, we embrace you.
Good fearsome specimens you are.
I wonder it took you so long to subdue those odious Gauls.
There was a great many of them.
Splendid idea. It's symbolic. We shall all dine together as equals.
Yeah, there's a very distinct class divide here.
The nobles say that Caesar is a war criminal. They say that he wishes to march on Rome and make himself king.
That is sacrilege. No man of honor would follow him.
Well, I'm no man of honor then. Because I say Caesar should ride in here with elephants and squash Pompey and Cato and anybody else that wants it. Never mind the law. That's what I say.
You say that because you govern your reason no better than you govern your tongue.
You two make unlikely friends.
We are not friends. I am his superior officer.
By virtue of rank, if nothing else.
Ivy?
Oh man, she has a child.
You're alive.
What child is that? Answer me. What child is that?
He's your grandson.
Speak sense, whore.
Wait now. Your grandson. The son of your daughter.
My daughter is on me.
She's 13. Near 14.
A son by who?
Crito. A drover's boy. Girls, this is your father.
Daughters, I'm very pleased to find you healthy and good-looking. Benefice, you favor your mother, huh? Now you see how ugly your father is.
Awkward introductions. And another familiar face from Game of Thrones. She played Oberyn's lover.
Pay stopped coming a year ago. The paymaster said you must be dead. They said they don't make mistakes.
Damn fools. I'll have it seen to. Bit of a surprise to see me then, eh?
Bit surprised to be called whore.
That was wrong.
Good evening to you all.
General Antony.
Tribune, Antony, if you please.
You're inside the sacred precincts of Rome, but yet you wear the bloody red cloak of a soldier.
Che brutta figura. It completely fell from my mind. I'm most extremely sorry. Will you forgive me, friend Cato?
I don't understand.
Command of a province. So he will have legal immunity, so that none of you rascals can go dragging him through the courts.
We are here to discuss the terms of Caesar's resignation. He could have avoided prosecution by accepting a few years' banishment.
Banishment for what?
For fomenting a tyranny, illegal warfare, theft, murder, treason.
And what shall be your punishment, Pompey? For betraying a friend? For deserting the cause of your people? For allying yourself with these so-called noblemen? What punishment for you?
Impudent whelp!
Grieved and surprised. I'd hoped we would have a rational negotiation. If that is his last word, we shall go.
Where are you from, friend?
13th.
Better keep that quiet. This is deep Pompeian territory.
So, we're all Romans, eh?
You will be pleased to hear that General Antony was as blithely arrogant and provocative as one could hope for. And Pompey and Cato were deeply offended by your negotiating position.
That was the plan.
How you feel now, soldier? You feel good?
Jeez.
Who is this man?
Run, get a doctor.
I don't want people dying in my house.
Do as I say, woman.
Jeez, that was gruesome. Cracked skull.
Caesar's term of office is over. He must immediately disband his men, resign his command, and return for trial, else be considered an enemy of the Senate and people of Rome.
But he cannot accept that.
Mark Antony will immediately use Tribune's veto.
But then what is your purpose?
If the Senate votes against him, Caesar will finally understand that he is alone against all.
I have made a vow to Jupiter. Unless I get the full backing of the Senate tomorrow, I and all my legions will sail for Spain and leave you gentlemen to your own defenses.
My daughter's virginity has been taken, and my first grandson spawned by an ill-favored prole. How can I be pleased?
He makes her happy.
Well, she's an idiot, then.
What a brute you are.
Unless Gaius Julius Caesar immediately lays down his command, disbands his legions, and returns to Rome for trial, this sacred assembly will declare him a public enemy of the Senate and people of Rome.
Motion is threatened. I clear that loose.
Antony! Veto the motion! Stand up! Veto the motion!
I demand the floor! I demand the floor! Give him the floor!
I veto the motion! Tribune vetoes the motion!
The motion stands.
Oh, wow.
Session was not formally ended, correct?
Correct.
So, when we reconvene, it will formally be the same session.
Then Tribune Antony may use veto on the motion.
That is so.
Vitally important that he be allowed to veto the motion. If he does not, Caesar is declared a traitor, then he has no choice but to oppose me openly, which means civil war. Antony must not be harmed.
Pullo, he'd say to me, Pullo, my old friend, I have a wife back home, Niobe is her name, and she's worth more to me than all the women of Gaul.
I thank you for your kind words, but I know you lie. He's no friend of yours, he told me so.
Oh shit, it's the dudes from the bar.
Rally to me. Rally to me. Rally to me.
Shit,
You
Ernest
have
took a
what you
wound.
wanted, Cato. Caesar has no choice now. Come the spring, he will cross the Alps with his legions and march on Rome.
After all these years, Pompey surprises me. I had hoped to provoke some kind of aggression, sure, but to try and kill a tribune.
Soldiers, Pompey and the Senate have formally declared that Gaius Julius Caesar is an enemy of Rome. They have declared that I am a criminal. They have declared, in effect, that all of you also are criminals. Tribune's veto was not exercised. People's Tribune Mark Antony and 50 men of the 13th were assaulted by 1,000 head of Pompeian scum. I could abide the law and surrender my arms to the Senate and watch the Republic fall to tyranny and chaos. Or I can go home with my sword in my hand and run those maniacs to the Tarpeian Rock! Titus Pullo is with me! And you? Are you with me?
This is rebellion and treason, and I am no traitor.
It's too late now. We're across. We're in Italy. You're a rebel, whether you like it or not.
Caesar, what have you done?
He had no choice, had he? Pompey did try to kill Mark Antony after all.
You of all men should not dare make that argument.
How's that?
You know who was being attacked.
I don't know what you mean.
Doesn't matter now. We're all dead men anyway.
Okay, took some time just to gather my thoughts. Great episode. More world building, but we've really come to a head here. So Pompey had a plan to kind of expose just how little support Caesar actually has in the Senate. But there was an unexpected brawl in the Senate, and it prevented Mark Antony from using his veto. And so the arrest warrant for Caesar was formally issued. They planned to then have because there was a brawl, to bring them back to finish the sessions because it formally did not end. And again, there was an attack. This time it was because one of our POV characters, Titus, the previous night got into a barroom brawl and got himself, beat up. But during the course of the brawl, like, many people on Pompey's side were killed, and he got his head cracked open. But he was there the next day, escorting in Mark Antony, and the one guy that recognized him from the bar tried to attack him. He killed him, and then that started a massive fight. It looked like Pompey's men were attacking Mark Antony, but that's just how it appeared. And so now we have this situation where, there was some political gamesmanship, but through, unexpected actions, we now have, direct conflict. And the the episode ends with the announcement that Caesar is in Italy. So yeah, there's going to be a fight next episode. It was interesting how learn more about Varenus and his family, and there's still contention there. I don't think the wife is all that happy that her husband is back, and the episode ended with her breastfeeding the child, so I don't know if that's actually their daughter's child or if it's actually the wife's. So yeah, that's a potential issue going forward. Varenus got wounded, but he appears like he'll be okay. He's still going to be, acting as one of our POV characters. And it's also interesting how he doesn't want any part of the rebellion. He just kind of got forced into it because he gets wounded. They march back to the 13th Legion, and then, Caesar makes that epic speech and, declares that madmen have taken over Rome and only he can stop them, essentially. And, he's kind of just along for the ride now, but, he's now marked as a traitor, so he can't, even though he objected to the idea of Caesar seizing power, he's now along for the ride. So he's in that camp whether he likes it or not. Minor character Octavia, she's absolutely ruthless, politically cunning, and the mother of Octavian and Octavia, and she's a great character so far, but ruthless, will work with anyone to, achieve power, essentially, and yeah, very good so far. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's very good. It's moving fast paced, which I like, and we're almost at the point where there's going to be outright fighting between Pompey and Caesar. I'm guessing it's going to happen right at the start of next episode, but really good. I like the political plays. I like, the unexpected actions and how they screw things up, and it happens. It's realistic. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. That's pretty much all I got. So thanks for watching, and peace.